Hello and welcome back to my channel Web and Apps with Eden. Today we are trying to do an application in Android Studio using Kotlin into the picture. So Kotlin is something not different than any other application. We have already worked with Java. So it is on the front of Java except on the track of Java. Just that the syntax are a little bit different. So we are going to develop the simple calculator application using Kotlin. So I'm using Android Studio Jira version, which is installed in my system, and I'm going to start a new project in my application. So when I click on the new application, I don't have to select an empty activity, I have to select an empty view activity. Because this empty activity is for the JSON package which is there. Right now we are using empty view activity for us. Click on the next. You can give the name of the application as per your choice. I am giving a specific name over here, and that name will be carried forward for my package name as well. Then further, I need to make sure that my language is Kotlin, not Java, and the API which is attached with it as per the recommendation that has come as per the installation. Whichever version of Android Studio you install, accordingly the configuration will be selected. You need to click finish, and here you are onto your window of Android Studio, where it has two files, that is mainActivity.kt and your XML file which is also there. Now the XML file has the part of viewing, coding, and the emulator part also can come in when you are trying to run it. You can see the code under the KT file, which is the by default code, which is similar to Java that comes up, and it's the basic on create mobile application. Now we have the emulator in place, which is only showing hello world. That means onto our XML file, there is only a text view which is there, which shows the hello view with some properties over there. I am trying to change by deleting that text view. I am changing my constraint layout to linear layout, and I am starting with my application in the linear layout. So since in linear layout, we know there is only two kind of orientation, that's vertical and horizontal. I am going with the vertical orientation. So I've started coding to create a simple calculator. What I'm basically doing is two text boxes where I should be able to take in values, and I need four buttons with plus, minus, multiplication and division, and the following data should appear on the result, which will be in the label form. So I'm placing the text box, setting the ID for it, whatever properties that I need for it. So I've set the properties in such a way that I can see that I have placed an ID, I have put in the margin, I have placed the name that has to come like a placeholder for it as a hint option. These are the things that I put. Now I'm trying to create another layout. So I'm trying to do a nested layout. So I'm creating another linear layout in which I am trying to give the orientation as horizontal. Upper linear layout was vertical, while this I am giving horizontal. It's just for the ease of use of my work. So I am creating now buttons. Now buttons will come one aside of the other as it's horizontally going to be placed. So I don't need to do the hassle of making it placed properly. This through linear layout, it will be making my work little easier. Trying to incorporate methods that can make my work done faster. So I just copy pasted the simple button code as I did one. So I need the similar pattern. I just need to go ahead and change their IDs and the name of the text that needs to appear on it. Once this is done, I need to place one text view for the result, and then I am good to go with my UI, which is ready for my simple calculator using Kotlin. So here I am placing a text view which is outside my linear layout of my buttons. So this is how the placing is. So how have I placed? I changed the constraint to linear layout. I placed two edit text boxes inside it. Then I started with another linear layout for the buttons where I placed the four buttons. Then I close that linear layout. Then I am placing my text view as per the center position, and then I am done. Now onto my Java code. I need to write data to mention what exactly it is I am using. So as we know, whatever we use, we need to initialize those things. So here I am trying to initialize the button. So here the pattern of writing is little different for the variable. We need to write late init variable underscore the name, and then we need to mention what exactly it is, the button, and then we use it inside the method as button equal to find view by id r.id.button name. So I am using late in it. That's the method in Kotlin to mention that it's a variable. Like we mentioned constant equal to variable equal to something in Java. Here we need to use late init and then variable followed by the name, and we are mentioning that name is a button. So since I've initialized the button up, I need to initialize those things by find view by id as the name that I've given inside my XML file. So here my initialization of all the 4 buttons are done, and then I am creating a variable for my text also. So ETA is my edit text box. Similarly, I have another text box with ETP. That's my another edit text box because I am taking 2 edit text boxes for the input. And then I have a result as a text view, which I have given the name as result view. Now I need to initialize those as well so that I can use them. You can see the color combinations that are coming in, which clearly says whatever we are trying to, the inputs are going up. Since we want these things to come onto the view page of us that we will be seeing, so I have mentioned view on click list. Now I am trying to use the button with the method. So you can see the class main activity has given me some highlight which says implement the method. So I'm not gonna write the method. I'll click on it and my method has been created over here. So on click action of what method you want to create. So I need to create on click action of the view for which I am creating the method. So it could be add, subtract, divide, multiply. So I am giving you over here when v, that is my view v, and I'm giving an ID with it. And I'm mentioning what exactly is the button that I want to trigger. So I have given now r.id.button add, and I have open close the braces for which I need to mention the method. Similarly, I need to do for add, subtract, multiply and divide. I'm trying to write it together so we understand how is the formation of the methods happening. Further to it, once I have done this, now I need to go inside the method. I need to write what exactly button add has to do. So for that button add, I need to have a variable in place which talks about your text data input. So I need to have on the button click action both the text values coming together, adding up and giving me them. Now the format of that to write over here is, so now the format of that is to write like eta.text.string. So when we did JavaScript, we saw that we were writing int parse int to the value that it was coming in. So we were doing int parse int to string and then the text. Here it is different. Here you are trying to take the variable name eta.text to the string value to the double. Now double can take values as a double also. So that's the reason we are taking here two variables a and b for the eta, and then I need to set the value onto my text also. So initializing the result as 0.0. Later we will be setting the value. Now we are going into the method to write the calculation for it. So we know for addition we just need to do a plus b and my value will be displayed. So inside the result I am mentioning the a plus b format for multiplication, subtraction, division as per the operation that it has. I am writing this operation and my result will be displayed whenever I click the specific button, because I have written the onClick method for the same onClick listener, and I'm writing these method under the onClick of the view. So it will initiate my main method and it will be redirecting it to the data where it has to be displayed. So now this is the line of action that has been done for the method. Now the result value has to be fetched. So I am initializing the variable with the setText method, because whenever I do setText, then only what is the calculated value that will be printed at my label result. So the output will be coming as result is the value of the result which is initialized above. So currently it is 0.0, and then based on your input it will be calculated. So all the value variables that I need have been initialized, my buttons are in place, my labeling of my edit text and everything is done. Just that my edit text is been told that how it will be fetching, but I need to initialize. So I'm doing the find view by ID for the same r.id.eta and my things are getting done. It's ready in place, and now I am on set to go to see what will be the view of the same. So before that, I'm just initializing my text view as well. My result is done. Now my method for the on-click action is done. So when I run my emulator, I can see what exactly is the data that is coming up. So I can see the data of 10 and 5 I have inserted, but I can see there is no result popping up on my screen. So I need to check what has gone wrong, that the result is not coming on my screen. So I go back to my code to check where exactly is the problem. So then I found out that there is a value which has not been mentioned. So I go and make the necessary changes for that. The set item click listener is what I need to mention. So I am setting on the item click listener for the same for each of the button that is mentioned on the set on click listener. Once these are done, now my button will be hearing the clicking action and then doing. Now let's run the application, and you can see now when I place the value, my addition is working, my subtraction is working, and everything else is working fine. So now my code is in place and working perfectly done with the simple operations done. So I hope you guys have loved my video. Thanks for watching. Do like, share and subscribe.